The light rail train is among Addis Ababa's top luxuries, but is utilized by people of all economic backgrounds. The passengers seem to have gotten used to the overcrowding in the carriage. In the rush hour, the train could be much more crowded, and the door of the train is frequently slightly damaged because of the crowded people. Why? Because it is cheap. The minimum price of the train is only 2 beers. $1 equals almost 20 beers. Going to work by light rail has become a routine for some local commuters, and Bilay Zeliki is one of the frequent travelers.
Yeah, there's two things. One is you get in time, so that's a great experience. But in the rush hour, sometimes there's a congestion, and I think it will be soon resolved. But now, for the time being, my point is from getting one point to another on time. So that's a great experience. Now I like it very much, because in the rush hour, the roads are congested and the transportation system is almost in standstill. But the only functional system is this light railway system. So it's great.
It's very crowded.
It's crowded, but it's great, because my point is not comfort. This time is getting from my home to office and from office to my house. So with that respect, it's great.
The first phase of the light rail consists of 2 lines that intersect in the city center. 40 stations have been built along the 2 lines. The rail features fewer overpasses in order to minimize costs, and the train is traveling at slower speeds than originally planned. Even so, the train is bringing some changes in the city.
Our last train is around 10 o'clock at night. In the first month, very few passengers could be found after 8 p.m., but now more and more people are using the train after 8. The train is in some sense changing the way people spend their evenings. We're not only the builders of the light rail, we have to help local people with managing something brand new to them. Few people know how to manage it.
All the trains and other facilities are made in China. It's still a big challenge for the locals to handle the new equipment in a professional way. Hundreds of drivers and technicians from Shenzhen subway are working together with their Ethiopian counterparts. The training rooms are designed in a Chinese style, and young men from both countries have started to understand each other despite limited language abilities. Both sides want to finish the training within 3 or 4 years, and then the locals will take over the entire management system.
We do together everything. When we drive, when they give us the training, they are very clever.
The light rail management is not only something technical, it is a very important part of the management of the city. The changes it is bringing is not only the improvement of the transport, but also the future planning of the city, the laws and regulations, and the mindset of the local people. While new transport facilities have brought more convenience, new issues are emerging, like the power supply, changing traffic regulations, and the coordination of the light rail and other means of transport.
立法问题、执法问题。我们的轨道交通的运营。
The light rail may change the entire appearance of the city. The urban planners have to think more about their plan along the rail, and even the rest of the city. Public service management is different from other projects like manufacturing or trade, and the transportation system, as a very important part of public services, is even more special. This is not just about traffic improvement. This is a sort of reform in the city.
In fact, some new concept is being introduced after the light rail was built.
The revenue that is collected from the ticket sales will not pay its operation and also its debt. But what we intend to do is to use the added values that were put on the corridor, and we want to capitalize that. Because we came on the corridor, the price of land has exponentially gone up and will continue to go up. We want to take some share of this.
Xu Zhaoqun, CCTV, Addis Ababa.